while writing the speech, I didn't know where to begin. So I asked Dan's dad, Desi, what a best man speech should contain, and he offered me this advice. He said, Bob, a best man should be like a miniskirt. Short enough to grab everyone's attention, but long enough to cover the important essentials.
Morning, just wanted to say the day has arrived. The sun is up. I really hope you enjoy the morning and don't sweat. All will go perfect. The most important thing is just surrounded by family and friends who love you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Is it tight enough, Colin?
I was good, bro. It's the best man. The very best. Who's the best man, you know?
Finish your speech?
Oh, I just need to rewrite it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, girls.
Right, I'd say we'll have to get a few more lessons.
Cheers. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. This is the life. This is the way. Barney every Friday now, girl. This is it.
Oh my God. Do you want to see the dress?
Look pretty fancy.
You look incredibly fancy.
I feel like I fit in with this hotel now.
Yeah.
The whole day earlier it was like, nah.
Now the waiting game.
How long?
I don't know, dude. This is a lady's prerogative for to make us men wait.
You're getting married.
1 hour.
What?
1 hour.
1 hour. How do you feel?
I'm not nervous, but you know when your belly's doing flips, like when you go over a bump in the road, it's like that, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I think I'm just excited to see Sinead now.
Wow. We should have the music on.
Hi guys.
You don't have to use
It's not too late to do runner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you're making a big mistake here.
You're going to turn around, face her, and keep eye contact.
Where do I go from here? Where do we stand? We're going to stand here. Oh, okay, yeah. Over there. What here?
You'll be all towards the stand.
Did I turn the phone on silent, I suppose?
What?
When Dad stops, Dad's going to stop here, all right?
Yeah.
And she's going to be on that side. No, because T will let me know when she's here.
Right, okay.
Don't worry,
Do you want to
everything's...
run out and check? Just be like, but it's not, because T will let me know. They're not going to bring her in, there's no supervisor.
Thanks, Dada. Do you know, steady, all you have to do is stand there.
Yeah, that's it. I'll
That's it.
stand there and just keep looking at her.
Now, do you want to be facing her when she comes down? It might be nice. Yeah. We say to people, you know, the reason you stood with your back was so that if you turned around, you didn't like the look of her.
Oh, jeez.
And that really, that's why you stood there like that.
When she comes through with Dad, he's going to stop her at the end of the steps.
Yeah.
There'll be a pause, at which point he's telling you all the bad jokes.
Okay.
Nothing for you to worry about. Okay, keep looking at her. She needs to make eye contact.
The whole way
with you.
up?
Keep looking at her.
Okay.
She needs to see your eyes and you need to see hers.
You have a tissue in that bag, Mama. You have a tissue in that bag.
There was a few tissues there, Mother, just in case.
Beautiful day.
Very, very nice.
You're excited?
Yes, I'm excited.
Forward to it.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
You could do a tighten up your lace on your shoe.
That's the second or third time that's opened.
Can't have you tripping now.
Like the way we did these. We don't have all the prayers on. It's just basically like, this is the order. So entrance, welcome prayer. So all you have to do is look at this, and once we get through this, we're done.
She is some little honey you have caught. The first time she rang me, I said to my husband, I said she's like a sunburst of happiness.
Yep.
I said she was just...
See, I'm the baddest salesman on the planet. Yeah. I convinced her to marry me. She says yes. There we are.
There we are. No, thanks,
Dad?
Yeah.
When you and Mom were getting married,
Yeah.
Did you like your suit?
Yeah. Got it off Dick Rooney's. I didn't buy it. I hired it off him.
See what I want? Still learning the bit. Sorry, actually, didn't know about it.
Now, come on. 15 minutes going on.
The most important thing you do is talk to her.
Okay.
Talk to her.
Okay.
Talk to her. Talk to her. Come around, sit down, and talk to her for the rest of the ceremony. I don't want you to worry about anything. Okay, I don't want you to be concerned about anything. Just chat.
Yeah.
Okay, and you look lovely, and she's going to look beautiful.
I know.
All right, so just chat.
I'm not that nervous. I just want a puff. Like.
Right, lads, I'll leave it to you.
Where are they going?
Okay.
They're going to sit down?
They're all going to go sit down with you now and chat away and tell you every bad joke they know.
Right, I'm going to stand
I hope
outside.
you've got some.
I'm going to go outside just for a bit of fresh air.
Hey, it's showtime.
The sun was shining in Easter 1983 when your woman popped out of the womb. Our Jan Bear.
The midwife couldn't come on time. Eileen was born so quickly. You really wanted to be here.
We go into the hospital, St. Vincent's Hospital in Manhattan, and the doctor says, this is a bad day to have a baby. There were just too many women having babies that day. But you know what? That doctor was wrong.
In the beginning, Kim arrived, and as parents do, we nurtured and encouraged her to do all things, walking, smiling, laughing, and then along came talking. She took to that like a duck to water.
It's normal at this stage for you to, for your child to cringe as you sort of wax lyrical about how wonderful they are, and so I've decided not to.
That little wretch was not a good baby. He was named the Climber once by the local parish priest when he was found on top of a building that he couldn't get down off of because it got stuck in the chimney and had to be rescued. This was announced from the altar at Mass. Can you imagine the following Sunday? Oh my God. My wooden spoon is quite famous and not for cooking. Let me tell you. And those were the great days when you could actually assault your children and get away with it.
She always loved pets, right? Guinea pigs. She'd love a hamster if she could get it. Dogs, cats. At one stage, she even wanted a horse. Now, I live in a terraced house. What do you do with a horse?
When he was a teenager, he was stubborn. Just like his friend. They were all stubborn.
Then suddenly boyfriends came along. And you know, third time lucky. Third time. She had two. Third time lucky. She had one and then another one. And then the third time. I hoped that it would, but luckily she did.
Okay, so then of course, my beautiful mom. Thank you so much for raising me the man who I am today. I really do appreciate everything that you do, and I know I'm stubborn sometimes, but I do listen. I promise you I do. I do.
My parents have been behind me 100%. That's a lie. They've been behind me most of the time. I have made some pretty dodgy decisions. Oh, Paul, this is not one of them, okay? Just in case. I am lucky enough to have parents who are understanding, supportive, loving, and tolerant. Definitely tolerant. I'm a proud and very grateful daughter. And though I don't say it a lot, thank you for everything, big and small, you have done and you do for me. I can only say I love you and thank you so much.
But I suppose I will single out me ma and me sister, and I will just say that, you know, when me and Am were getting wobbly and we were getting wobbly, yous really made this happen for us. We didn't have a clue how to have a gay wedding. We're like pure gay, but we're like, how do you have a wedding?
But the last 4 years of Man's life taught me more about strength. That lady was absolutely amazing. I only particularly got to know her for the lady she truly was in those last 4 years, and she's really set the standard for how to deal with adversity and struggles. But unfortunately, she's not here today. If I can be half as strong as she was in those 4 years, I've nothing to worry about in life. She's an amazing woman.
Alison's dad, Liam, from the stories I heard about him, and he was a legend.
You were wrong.
You were right. I gurned. Oh, fuck me. You look absolutely stunning. Swear to God. Oh my God. That's so wrong.
Family and friends.
We begin our celebration now by blessing ourselves in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Now, our wonderful couple met through Facebook 5.5 years ago. Ruth lived in Cork and Patrick lived in Dublin. Ruth said that she knew straight away that they were meant to be. And Patrick said he very, very quickly worked out that Ruth was the woman he was destined to marry and spend the rest of his life with.
They both enjoy gardening.
John said he's great at digging holes, and Eileen added that he doesn't need to be in the garden for that.
And they have invited you here as their close friends and family members to witness their commitment to each other in their marriage ceremony. They share this joyful occasion with you, knowing that you are the people who are sincere and supportive of them.
And we'll begin with the lighting of this candle and this.
I now need you to declare before me and your witnesses that there is no impediment to your marriage. Aaron first, will you repeat after me? I do solemnly.
I do solemnly.
And sincerely declare.
Sincerely declare.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any unlawful impediment.
Of any.
Of any.
Lawful impediment.
Lawful impediment.
Why I, Rutha,
Why I'm Rutha,
may not be joined
but I'm not be joined.
Yeah, may not be joined
I'm sorry. Guys, this is funny because we've laughed about this the whole time. I knew we're never going to be able to say this.
We're going to have to.
I've waited this day my whole
Give
life.
yourself a moment and we'll start. Okay. I, Rutha, do solemnly and sincerely declare
I do solemnly and sincerely declare
that I know not of any lawful impediment.
That I know not of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Stephen Power,
may
not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To the woman I love.
To the woman I love.
Michelle Thompson.
Michelle Thompson.
Good man.
You know, I should have said someone else.
You got that right, Martin, now.
Thanks.
Mick, do you understand the declarations you have just made?
I do.
And have you made them of your own free will?
Go on, do it.
Yeah.
There can only be one answer to that. Michelle?
You're such a cheeky one.
Do you, Esther Young, accept Sinead Huggins as your wife to share a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter?
Do you offer her your heart, mind, body and spirit?
To grow together in spirit and in truth, forsaking all others.
Will you love her and comfort her in sickness and in health?
All the days of your life.
We will.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Don't
worry
So I now invite you both to declare your consent to become husband and wife to the exchange of the marriage vows that you wrote together for each other.
Trish, I love you.
Stop crying.
Rachel, you're my best friend. And being with you has enabled me to be a better person.
Paul, I love you and I choose you. I will keep you as my favourite person. I will stand beside you, richer or poorer, especially poorer if I've been on a bit of a shopping spree.
I promise to always support you through tough and joyous times. I promise to encourage and inspire you.
I will sleep in your arms unless you snore. And then I will resist the urge to smother you with a pillow.
You are the sweetest, most loving, caring and kindest person I have ever known. You're my best friend.
And I hope that when we are older and greyer, we will look back on our lives together and have no regrets.
I will watch you smile as you run to the dance floor when all your favourite songs come on, and pick you up when you fall flat on your backside.
To live together, to laugh together, to walk by your side and in your arms, dream in your arms.
You are the part of me that I had been searching for, and trust me, I had definitely been searching. Thank God we both swiped right.
Today I give myself to you in marriage. I promise to honour and respect, to share everything I possess with you, to encourage, support and inspire you.
That I will always try to keep that beautiful smile of yours on your face no matter what.
Oh, so cute.
Today is the day we can be fully married.
I promise to love you, care for you, protect, support, and be open to you. Okay. Listen, learn, and be true to you. Let you challenge me.
This is why you have the throat chakra.
Let you balance me. Surround you with love. Make you feel special. Find the joy in everyday moments with you. Stand with you through hardship. Trust that you will find your way. Make room always for you and your personal power.
And boys, can I get you to come up here as well, please? Kieran and Donica. I love you too. Today I make a promise to you boys too. We are family for real now. I promise that I will always love you. I am here for you. I will support you, encourage you, and I will always do my best for you. Okay? Today I become your stepmom. Your family just got a little bit bigger. I love you guys.
Roisin and Steve are now going to seal their marriage with the giving and receiving of a ring. A ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end.
We wish for you never-ending love, and may your life together be strong and radiant.
So may we have the rings. Who, Jeremiah has the rings?
I don't have them.
They were on a cushion.
Where's the cushion?
Come on, if you come over here with them, please, yeah? Okay.
There it is. There it is.
Patrick, take the ring, put it on Ruth's finger, and repeat after me. Rutha, with this ring...
Do I put it now?
Please.
Rutha.
Sorry.
Trish, I give you this ring.
As a token of my love.
As a token of my love.
And with this ring, I marry you.
And with this ring, I marry you.
And join my life to yours.
And join my life to yours.
In the name of the Father, the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
It's on.
Om Narayanaaya Namaha Vayami Sthapyami Dhyayami Angushti Angusthaya Anamika Ungli Namaha Om Rahul Dipali Anguti.
In ancient Celtic culture, couples announced their wedding through a ritual known as handfasting.
It is from this ancient tradition that we get the expression tying the knot.
It is approximately 6,500 years old, the oldest wedding ceremony in the world, and it is Irish.
These are the hands of your best friend.
Warm and vibrant with love for you.
These are the hands that will work alongside yours
as you build your future together.
These are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged,
will still be reaching for yours, still communicating that unspoken tenderness with a single touch. Now we tie the knot.
Om Yatha Pavitra Pavitstai Yatha Chothi va shukra. Pavitra Gratam Tattai Palyasami Patni Vratam Subhish Lakshyam Om Idam Gayatre Idam Namam.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. Do you like wax? Oh, jeez, we're having a fight.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Now, Aileen and Di are going to sing for you. Are we, Aileen? Come up here. And come up here, the two of you, and we'll try and get this man to join in with us. We're going to sing the Swahili Lamb of God. And Aileen and I know it very well. Leo might know it as well. Do you want to join us, Leo? Buona canto a mongo, Turomi Leo.
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 Buona canto a mongo, Turjalia mani. Turjalie, 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 Turjalie. Buona canto a mongo, Turjalia mani. All of you looking out are watching on webcam, and all present here.
I have the great honour and pleasure of pronouncing you married for life. You may kiss.
Oh, God.
There we go.
You did it.
What do we do now?
Wasn't that bad, was it? Forward. Now we'll just do the signing and then we're all good. So Stephen, can you sign here?
Someday I'm gonna write the story of my life. I'll tell you about the night we met and how my heart just can't forget.
So, it's my opportunity to officially, only because it's legal now, welcome Anne into the family. Now,
Martin, here's your official welcome to the family. But since the day I first met you, I knew you were the one for her. You just left her do all the talking and I thought this is a match made in heaven. And he knows to just leave her at it.
Well, do you like my dress?
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's very different.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest.
Kathleen and myself here are delighted to welcome you and me all. Well, we think we are any other moment, but into the family, and you are welcome.
You know, once this goes down there, that's it.
You guys stole my speech. You guys stole my speech. I had to change bars to my speech because y'all said them. When y'all were doing your when she was reading them.
Esther, sorry, Sinead. Just the one name, the name that's on
See
there.
how you put me on?
Yeah. See, it has to be.
Best signature I've ever done.
Yeah? This is it now, like they're signing it.
Go on.
Signing that I'm forever to own everything that you own.
One thing left to do before my story's through. I've got to take you for my wife, so the story of my life can start and end. Can start and end. Can start and end
You all right? You're shaking, coming up the eyes are shaking, aren't you?
Well done. Well
Thank you.
done.
Thanks very much, guys. Shaking like a leaf. Thanks a million, guys.
Jesus. Well done, well done.
Cheers.
You're absolutely wonderful. What a wonderful, wonderful celebration that was.
That's the nicest wedding I've ever been at. Ever
Thank
been
you.
at.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Just feeling it.
Thank you.
Good man. It's cold.
It's hot, honey, isn't it?
Thank you,
I feel the pain on it there. Oh, Jesus.
These are all half naked.
Sorry, not a man gone back. Huh?
A good man.
Very good man.
Thank you, sweetie.
Wasn't it, sir?
Thank you. I was sweating.
I'll have a look at that paperwork later on. I'm not a man gone.
Any lucky thing you
You're next door, lads. Another man gone. Another one bites the dust. Best of luck,
Thank you.
Another man gone. That's it. What? Gone. Gone and dusted.
Congratulations, Eddie.
At the game, end of the game. So PlayStation. Game over. EA Sports.
Smile, keep their eyes open. Perfect.
Andy, you're just saying there, everyone's heading off now anyway, and we definitely don't want everyone going around, but like, would it be possible if just our car went and took a picture or two, whether it's the beach, just somewhere, just to have one or two, and not bring everyone, because that's just going to be a whole ordeal then.
Yeah, we can go down to the
Talking
beach.
5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know a good spot if you can pull the dress up as well.
And then you guys do that. You do that. Heather. I feel like I'm playing snooker right now, trying to see. Look, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. Laughing.
Well, there we go. All right. Go to the moon and back.
Get pregnant now doing this.
I know. Don't know who.
No, don't make me
Ah, so cute.
Jeez, well, I'm looking well in our stately home.
Yeah. What are you saying, Amelia? That he's smelly, isn't he?
So, just like someone else at this table, I wrote my speech today. My plan was to write it on Wednesday, but I got vaccinated instead.
I met Sinead and Esther at my first Pride. I was 18 and at the beginnings of being an out woman trying to figure out her place in the world. Our meeting was completely unplanned. I didn't know then that these women would become like family to me, but it was clear that they had something unique, something worth treasuring. Oh, it's gone out.
I just remember one story, I don't know, it's a bit strange. She used to like shove fistfuls of hairy mollies into her mouth and eat them as a child, like little caterpillars. I don't know, she likes hairy things, I don't know.
This is what it's like having Caitlin as an older sister. So we share a room. We both are in sleeping bags on the floor, right? And one night, or one morning, I wake up and I kind of like smell something a little weird. So I look to my side and I see underwear filled with poop, just a poopy underwear right next to me. And I was like, who did this? What is this? So I'm confused, I'm grossed out, and I go to my mom, and she doesn't believe me. She's like, you did it. I go to my dad's like, you did it. I go to Maureen and Tori, and they just all assume it was me. But I was framed. This girl has like a dream in the middle of the night that she's on a toilet or something. I don't know. And she wakes up, she cleans herself off, she changes, and instead of disposing of the evidence, she plants it next to my head. And she doesn't admit it for 10 years. She is quiet for 10 years. This girl sat back and watched me defend myself and did not let it go. And only a few years ago did she finally admit it, and that was vindication. And this is my revenge.
She was an amazing example for me. She taught me how to care, how to share, maybe.
One time, Caitlin dropped her 3 jobs and decided to pursue her dream of photography, and her journey really inspired me. A huge reason why what I'm doing today is because of you.
And she's my best friend, and as she mentioned before, she's my person.
Look, first of all, the bridesmaids, I definitely have to comment on them. They're fabulous girls, and I think you'd go a long way, and I gotta call a spade here. Like, you go a long way to find a better looking bunch of bridesmaids. Serious to God, like, I'm convinced back in the day when this friendship was forming, when Tesco's was Quinsworth, and I'd say it was Siobhan and Aoife, whoever was gathering this group together, they were saying, right, only fine birds are getting it. Only fine birds are getting it too.
I have to say, the bridesmaids do look amazing.
You all look beautiful today.
You all look amazing today. Fair play to you.
For those who don't know me, my name is Kieran Bailey, and after all these years, Danny has finally admitted that I am the best man.
Giving Aaron up here today means that Aaron has finally admitted I'm the best.
Eventually, you've admitted that I'm the best man.
Dickhead.
So Dan didn't have an easy decision in choosing his best man today.
They started by asking their funniest friend, and they said no.
Secondly, he called his most trusted and smartest friend, and he also said no.
Then they asked their best looking friend, and again they said no.
Then he asked his best looking friend, and he also said no.
Then they asked their most charming friend, and again they said no.
Then he called me, and I said, Dan, I can't say no to you 4 times in a row, buddy.
But after the 3rd time, I couldn't say no. Thank you.
Yeah. Did I say 2000? Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah,
Since 2007?
yeah. I met you and Paddy in 2008.
Yeah. There comes a time in everyone's life, yeah, when they meet their one true love.
There comes a time in everyone's life when they meet their one true love.
Their soulmate, the person they're going to know and love for the rest of their life.
Their soulmate, the person that's going to know and love them for the rest of their life.
That moment came from my best friend, Paddy.
That moment changed when Aaron met me 22 years ago.
14 years ago when he met me.
I'll now do my best to give Dan the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of his life. Only fair to seeing that Katie's going to go through hers later on tonight. So I believe. So sweet.
Went down well there, Bob. Went down well.
Basically, it was about winning football matches and drinking, and I don't mean to sound like we're alcoholics, but basically it was. We won a Munster championship, and Shane was captain at a young age, and he was a good leader on the field, but he was an even better leader at celebrating victories. Oh my God.
Micheál, in our group, he was always known as the best looking fella. Like, he's a real charmer, a real ladies' man. He grew up with 4 sisters, so he just has the gift of the gab. And he loved the night out.
To be honest, like, we were burning the candle from both ends, and we were literally like, you know, we were just going week to week. It was the norm.
I was in 4th year in college, and I wasn't going out as much as Micheál, and Micheál went out every single week without fail. And he never came home empty-handed. And every week, I'd be in bed, sleeping, and Micheál would land home, and the noise.
We were sitting into an All-Ireland semi-final in Portlaoise, and Pat gathered us down to training. He spent 15, 20 minutes effing and blinding and telling us that we were nothing but alcoholics.
Oh, Jesus, the noise. And even though Micheál was very, very safety conscious, I said, look at Mickey, I'm gonna have to have a word.
His final few words were like, I don't know, I've seen fellas drink all my life. I don't know, you guys, you go down to Justin's on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock. You pour as much pints down your throat as possible. You get drunk as fast as possible. And then there's a taxi to town, and then you're going to all bars around Tralee. Then you go to Fabric, and you're drinking all kinds of liquor. And then there's velvet rooms, or whatever the fuck you call it. Then there's a party, and then there's a house party, and then there's another fucking house party after a party.
And I said, Mickey, please stop taking home safety signs, traffic cones, and all road barriers every time you come home pissed.
And then 11 o'clock in the morning comes and Max is home, and you go down there and you do it all over again. What is wrong with you? You just don't know when to fucking go home. And
Enough jokes, though. So I'm saying enough jokes, though. Today's about Paddy and the love of his life.
Honestly, all jokes aside, Katie and Dan, I love you both. And Dan, I can't explain how honoured I am to be standing here today for you as best man. I truly couldn't ask for a better friend.
You showed us how to love, bro. You showed us how to be men. You showed us how to be a father. Most of us grew up with our fathers, and you're an example. Thank you so much.
the character that is Shane, he's friends with everyone. He loves everyone. He's an idol of mine in many ways. All my life, best friends.
We are so married.
Yeah, that's your wife over there, you know that?
I know. I get a lot of mixed reactions when I explain how me and her met, but I think we truly met 1 year after we actually met. I needed somewhere to stay and Nate's house was available, and 3 weeks later I moved in. Typical lesbians. Now, I don't know what Sinead has wrote, but my guess is she may lie about me making the first move, but just so you know, she's a lying liar. Whatever she says, don't believe her.
That's true.
Can we get a picture with two of you? And then I'm allowed to go for a rollie.
Yeah.
Hello, parents.
Hello.
Did you know that I got married? Yeah, just like today. Lovely wedding setting, isn't it? I just got married.
Should give him up.
I will.
You save a fortune.
I'll give him up when I'm 27.
27.
It's all good. 3, 2, 1.
We met, our table's called the Sleeve Mish. We met in the Sleeve Mish. It was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday night, college night, and I rocked in anyway. It was kind of a fundraiser there that we were doing, and I was looking around, and there was DJ was belting out a few tunes or whatever, and we were kind of getting into it, and I looked up to the top of the bar, and there I seen her up on top of a stool, and she fist pumping to Maniac 2000 or something, giving it everything she had. And I was looking, I turned around to the lads, and I was like, that's my kind of woman. You know? Then, I suppose at the time, I don't know, was it the boys' schooling or what it was, but at the time we had this stupid thing that if you were going chancing a lady or whatever, you'd give her a good long stare. and then make sure she sees you, and then look away with a bit of embarrassment, like by the way that she was after. What the logic in it was, don't ask me, but on that particular night, it seemed to work. Anyway, as the night went on, a few stairs later, Siobhan, I seen her coming. I said, this is my moment. No, she's on the way. Down she rocked anyway, and I was like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And next thing she turned around, she said, first, will you mind my bag? And I was like, please, I said, mind it? I will, of course. A big panic. Next thing, I'd say if Mike Tyson came in that night, he wouldn't get in the bag anyway. So, while I was minding the bag, the big panic situation came in. I was like, what am I going to say when she comes back? What am I going to do? Like, so she rocked on, and I hadn't too much drinking in me at this time either, so I wasn't leaning long. So I said, what? With the big panic anyway, she lands back for the bag. I suppose she was expecting a conversation. Of course, in my head, I don't know how it seemed normal, but I was like, I'm going to McDade's. I might see you down there later. No. I said I'd play a bit hard to get. So off I rocked anyway down to McDade's, and in I went. I said, geez, I felt great about myself. I was strutting up. I said, 2 vodkas, Red Bull. I stood at the counter. I said, this is great. Now I'll be ready when she comes in. So that was fine anyway. 10 minutes had passed or 20. I said, Jesus Christ, no sign of the one. I said, where is she? And I don't know what it was. It just kicked in then. I said, it hit me, hit home. I was like, what am I after doing? I told her I'd gone off to McDade's, left her there, gone. I said, she's gone now, chance gone. That's it for me. So, with the depression of it, and I turned around to the bar again, 2 more vodka and a bull. I was filling myself up anyway, and I don't know how long passed. Of course, couldn't keep the eyes off the door. Never took the eyes off. I was waiting all night. And I had the elbow up on the counter. At this stage, I had the elbow up on the counter to try and keep myself up. I looked down, and bang, in came the 2 double doors, swung open. In she rocked. Shoulder in one, jam at the door, bang with the other shoulder after the other there. A friend under her asked her, she was like, and I was like, oh yes, she's here. There I was anyway, and I saluting. I was like a fellow over in Farn 4, directing in the planes. The hands were going, everything was going. I was like, I'm over here. And she rocked, and thanks be to God, she probably had a few more on board, like myself. And she came over in a beautiful slur, and she said, can I get a kiss? I looked back at her with a slight sway from forward to back of me, and I said, you can.
So fab, yeah.
Nice one. Cool, thank you so much, guys. You were brilliant. Well done, like.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, quickly run.
Do you want to stick on my jacket for a minute?
What?
Do you want to stick on my jacket for a minute?
No, it's okay. I'm happy out.
Cool.
Ah! As
So far-
I'm sinking into the ground.
Are you sinking?
Just stood on everything in my veil.
I don't want you getting too wet. Definitely spend a few minutes in Muffin Island, but even... Where's your car?
It's across the church there. The Black Merc.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Smell the flowers.
So funny. Start looking up at the sky, wringing his hands.
There we go, that's better.
Oh, yeah.
I need
The step.
4 inches. 3.5. Oh, you're wearing heels.
Okay, you stay down there.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that's good. Look. Oh.
Actually, that works. Yeah. So I'll just tell you a little brief story about when me and Kim were dating, I suppose, courting, as they say in Galway. Well, we used to go dancing. Well, Kim went dancing and I used to watch her dance. And after a few nights out, I was discovered she was fond of a drink, like a vodka and Diet Coke, obviously. But she used to get into a habit of falling over.
Come on. Oh, thank you. Well, that was elegant in itself, wasn't it?
But as she was falling over in the pub and I was picking her up,
Look at that rainbow, though.
sorry, I was definitely falling for her. It's pretty cool. It's a sign, Kim.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
It's nice. Oh, Paul, you are the Diet Coke to my vodka. You are the cold custard to my apple pie.
Thank you for being the reason I get out of bed every morning. I love you with every morsel of my being.
I love you so much. Thank you so much for making me the better man that I am today.
I'm a very, very lucky man. No doubt about it. There's no one in the room as privileged as I am to be married to this beautiful lady.
That's why I tried to say one of the boys give the mic back to you before the
That's
I don't want to direct it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The legs.
Anne is probably the bravest woman I know. She's brutally honest, and actually, no, she's not. She's gently and compassionately honest. And I get so much strength from you, Anne, and I'm so honoured to be your wife. And I want to, I suppose, mention particularly Noreen. It's kind of cousin Noreen that me and Anne are actually together. Noreen was singing at a gig and that I went along with Owen. And at the end of the night, it was a fundraiser, and this was in the summer of 2009. And at the end of that fundraiser, this Limerick band came on, and all in suits and looking all classy. And I was sitting in Dolan's warehouse and checking out the lead singer, going, she's pure hot. And I just knew then, I was like, that's the woman I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. We're destined to be together.
You know we belong together. You and I forever and ever. No matter where you are, you're my guiding star. And from the very first moment I saw you, I never felt such emotion.
And so I just wanted to take a moment to, I suppose, to thank everybody that has fought long and hard for me and Anne, that has believed in us from the very start, and that has always expressed that love with such bravery and honesty. And I also want to thank everybody who's here today, and who's here today after overcoming their own obstacles or issues or whatever they were, because we're all here today celebrating together as one big family, and it's very, very special for me and Anne that we're all here.
So, my wish for you both is that you grow in love together, right? Have fun. Be bold, be adventurous, and be crazy and wild. Don't ever stop doing that. It's so important. You are both a beautiful blessing in our lives.
The only sage and wise advice I give is for you both to move forward, make your own mistakes, find your own solutions, and love each other for who you are and not for who you think the other might be.
But the only thing that is going to see them through is the spirit of forgiveness. If you have the ability to forgive, the marriage will work. If you can't forgive, the marriage will not work. So my prayer today is that they learn how to forgive.
Remember this day. Remember this glorious feeling you have in your hearts right now for each other. Guard it fiercely, for it's precious. There's only one thing real in this world, and that's love.
So let's all stand for a toast. We're all stood, yeah, right. There we go. God, I meant to edit this, Jesus. You're right. So let's all have a toast. To love, life, and a happy ever after.
Congratulations on his funeral day.
Where's me present?
Oh.
Do you want to get some breakfast? Come on, you over too, Holly, and get a wee bite. Kiva, do you want to go over and get some breakfast? Please get a wee bite. There's plenty there for everybody. Neve, get a wee bite to eat there, sure.
No, I'm gone. I was early at 14.
You sure? Yep. Sheena and Kiva, help yourselves there now. You're all right? Oh, I'm going to ask him, help himself. Alex, feel free to help yourself.
I need a pen and paper, quick. If he falls, I've got nothing in writing.
I hope my new stepmom isn't like Cinderella's, because I don't want to end up in dress and glass slippers at midnight.
Mum and Dad, thank you for everything. I'm sure you said it to me that you'd be better before you're twice married, but who would have thought you would have been like that?
And if there was any bets, who won?
Thanks, Ed.
And when my father married, when I was born, he was 63.
Right.
He married when he was 45 and he married a 22-year-old.
Sure.
Baby's not too.
My father was, I think he was 35 and my mother was only 19.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
But you know what I'm going to tell you, Mickey? They were as happy as shite. There never was an argument in our house.
Right.